knocks on my bedroom door. I have had some encounters before and after this, and so has the rest of my family. My parents lived in a haunted apartment before moving into my childhood home, which I lived in from birth until I was 19. My mom believed that the spirit followed us and was causing electrical disturbances, knocking, banging, etc. We were actually unsure if it was the spirit from the apartment or my great-grandfather who died tragically before my parents moved into their new house. Paranormal stuff happened for the first 8 years of my life before my mom called the priest. Interestingly, the priest didn't pick up, but the ghost stuff ceased completely after that. My grandmother died when I was 12, and the house became incredibly active. It continued until her funeral and stopped completely after. Then a couple years later, me and some friends burned a Ouija board in the fireplace, and it caused some creepy stuff to happen. But this story isn't about any of this. I wanted to preface this with how active this house was. I'm not sure if it was the house or my family that it was attracted to. I don't remember if I was 16 or 17, but I was sitting in my room watching YouTube on my Xbox. Out of nowhere I hear 3 evenly paced knocks come from my door, which isn't strange because around this time I was asking my parents to knock before coming in my room. I shouted what at my mom, who was the only other person in the house beside my crusty-eyed dog Coco. She didn't answer, so I got up to see what she wanted. When I approached my door, all the hair stood up on my body. It's like I could feel there was something behind the door and I was afraid of it. At the moment I chalked it up to feeling paranoid, but it got much worse as I turned the knob. I ripped the door open, as if I was ripping off a band-aid. When I looked, no one was there. I went immediately down the hall to my living room to find my mom folding laundry on the couch, only 15 feet away from my room. I asked her what she wanted and she said she didn't want anything. I asked why she knocked on my door and she said she was about to ask me why I was knocking on my own door. The both of us are creeped the hell out, and we decide to try and recreate the knocking sound, just to see if it came from one of the doors that lead outside or of the walls around my room. It would be difficult for someone to knock on my wall because my room was the furthest off the ground. I'd say 15 to 20 feet. I stood in my room alone while she knocked on all the other doors in the house. I kind of knew this was a waste of time though, because I lived here for a decade and a half, and I know what it sounds like when someone knocks on my door, and when someone knocks on the front door. I especially remember Coco not wanting to go anywhere near the hallway that lead to my room. A few days went by, I don't remember how many exactly. I was in my room again, I think I was playing a game. My brother and his girlfriend were on the couch in the living room. I hear the knocks again, about the same time of day around 5 p.m. Exactly 3, evenly paced. This time I know it's whatever knocked last time. I could feel that dread again. I just moved as fast as I could out my door and into the living room to see my brother and his girlfriend. They were both visibly freaked out, as I had told them about this a couple days earlier and they were both skeptical. I would be too. My brother's girlfriend was the most surprised as nothing like this has ever happened to her. That was the only and last time that has ever happened to me. I'm 22 now and I've never experienced anything like that since. That incident changed me from an atheist to agnostic, after the other events as well, but this one was the tipping point. I can't be sure there's nothing else out there now, and I hope I'll have more experiences as my life goes on to confirm that there is actually something. I really want there to be nothing after death. I want to talk about the encounters I mentioned in the beginning. Please let me know what you think, especially of the knocks. They've been heavy on my mind since it happened, and I want to know if it has any meaning.